Good morning and welcome to another day of Garage Workouts, your garage, your gym. Today we're gonna do tension. So basically what we're doing is dynamic tension, and we are going to be working without any equipment, just creating resistance with our own bodies. So super simple workout, super effective. And we're gonna do some other things that we haven't done before in a tension workout. For example, Cuna press and things like that. We've been doing our regular dynamic tension workouts since the very beginning of Garage Workouts and also the simple series. Today is a little bit different because we're gonna be targeting other muscles that we haven't targeted before. And it's all upper body. So today is just upper body, and that's what we're gonna be doing. I'm very excited because the next workout's coming up. It's a part of the simple series also, but it's like the slow muscle growth, so get ready for that because that's gonna start soon. Tomorrow we're probably gonna be stretching, and then after that we're gonna start that workout. Okay, let's inhale, exhale. Remember to read my disclaimer on the page. I'm a personal trainer, which is not your trainer, so if you are trying to do this, just make sure that you hire a professional or somebody that knows what they're doing. Okay, well, let's start. So we have first shoulder fly march. So this is the move right here. I go up like flies, but I'm also creating resistance with my opposite arm. That's it. Front works the best. You can go sideways. I'm gonna go sideways as well. I'm gonna do a few sideways and a few front. So what I was saying is that, I do these workouts as a guideline, educational purposes, information, that's it. If you engage into this, you are doing it at your own risk. Okay, although all this is super easy, if you don't know what you're doing, you can get injured. So don't do it if you don't know. And always hire a professional. If you're starting with workout, if you already are an athlete and you're doing this for a long time, then this will be a great guideline. Okay, let's get going. It's burning already. So, yeah, this is, there's no sets right here. It's just do all this throughout the workout and just don't stop, What we're doing today is all moving. We're not stopping. We're either marching or running, and we are incorporating these tension exercises. Almost there. 10 seconds left. Now, when I do this, I'm not just creating tension on my shoulders, which, by the way, they're burning like crazy all the way here. They feel like balloons. But also, I'm tensioning my chest, my abs, my back. So I use one exercise to focus the strength of the work of the exercise itself, but I am tensioning everything. So when I go up here, I'm tensioning my abs, I'm tensioning my chest, even my back. When I go up, I tension my back and I create that full scope of tension throughout my upper body. So it's not just this. This is what triggers all the tension. Of course, it's focused on the shoulders, but everything gets tension, and that's what we're gonna apply to each exercise. Okay, trap pull. So now look, I'm working traps. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling up right here. I pull and resist with my own arms. So I'm gonna be marching and doing this. And now I'm gonna show you another technique for this. I feel this, so I pull and resist. I'm kind of like alternating right now. I already feel this on my neck. It doesn't take much to start feeling this when you do it correctly. So look at this technique now. I'm gonna put my hands together, I press in the center, and I pull and go up and down, just like that. By pressing, so you have to be pressing and then up and down, you know. I'm gonna use this just a few times, and I'm gonna go back to the other one. Another way I can do this is by holding my wrist and pulling my arm, you know. And I'm using also my abs. I'm contracting my chest and back at the same time. So the focus is the traps, although everything else is working. Okay, now I'm gonna breathe, inhale, exhale, and keep going. 24 seconds. Okay, almost there. Almost there. 5 seconds. Wow. Yeah, I mean, you know, sometimes you're like, how can you do that? How can you create that resistance? It's easy. It's just you pull and you resist at the same time. You push and you resist at the same time. It's better to do to alternate and push or pull and resist with the opposite arm. It's better because now you are giving giving a reverse resistance on both sides, you know, one push, the other pull. So one is a reverse resistance, so it works a lot better like that, you know. Okay, next one, Cuna press. Okay, Cuna press, I'll show you when we get there. But basically we're gonna get here, you're gonna push and move from one side to the other. So now, right here. So what I do is I press there and resist with the opposite arm. Press and resist. I press, resist, press, resist. That's Cuna press. Let's keep going here. This is pure chest work, you know, but I'm also contracting my my biceps, you know, my triceps, my shoulders, my abs, my back. If you look at my back, it's all contracted. I'm just, you know, tensioning the back. Every time I push, I use my back too. I use my back, I use my back, I use my back. And every time I push in, I contract my chest and my abs. Wow. Cuna press is serious. Like I can feel this already. Wow. Okay. I said no breaks on this one, but sometimes you have to. You have to. Because of the burn. Yes, the burn is incredibly amazing. Okay. Let's go again. 15 seconds. I'm not gonna stop now. Cuna press is probably the hardest one of all these, just because it really makes you contract all muscles involved. All right. One more. Bicep tricep tension combo. Okay, so if you remember in the past, if you've been looking at this, when I do bicep curls, I resist with my opposite arm, and then I switch, you know, and when I do my bicep curl, I resist with my opposite arm, then I do the tricep extension. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna focus a lot, not just in the curl itself, but also I curl and then I go here and I press. Then I curl, I go here and I press. So we're gonna do bicep tricep work, okay? So it's simple, curl, there, press. Curl, press. That's it for 2 minutes. All right, so curl, press. Curl, press. Curl, press. Curl, press. Curl, press. Curl, and here, press. You know what? You can do it in the center too. Curl, press, curl, press. I think I'm gonna do this in the center. It's a little bit more simple. We are on the simple series. Let's go simple. Curl, press, press, curl. See? Press, curl, press, curl, press, curl, press, curl. Right in the center. Press, curl, press, curl, center. Press, curl, press. 1 minute. So if this is getting too hard, maybe reduce the resistance a little bit. Try not to stop. I was trying to do that also on the Cuna press, but somehow you couldn't. Cuna press, it's serious. But this one here, you can control a little bit more. It's burning. It's burning like crazy. Press. Press. Curl. Press. Curl. Press. Whew, awesome. Alrighty. We got one more. Well, no, we got one more round. So, yeah. We finished the first round. Now we're going to do the second round. Super simple exercises, no equipment needed. The whole body, the whole upper body works really, really well. So I really like this. I really love it. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So we focus a lot on the upper body. Now on the second round, we're gonna add some legs to this as well. So we're gonna be doing, you'll see, but we're gonna try to add legs.
Athletic work.
Okay, so right here, look, I go down, shoulder, down, shoulder. So I'm doing my shoulder flies with squats. Now I go sideways, I go sideways, I go up, I go straight up, I go sideways, I go sideways, I go straight up, I go straight up, I go sideways, I go sideways. So I want to focus on my upper body, but on the second round, I'm going to do a little bit of legs as well. You can do this from the very first round, although I didn't want to do that because I wanted to focus a little bit more on my upper body first, so I don't have to think about the leg part of it. Definitely feeling this on my legs already. Sometimes the only thing when you incorporate legs is that might slow down the upper body part, and that's why I didn't want to do it in the first set. And this is more something that came up spontaneously, that I'm like, okay, let's work a little bit the legs as well, you know. It was not my intention at the beginning of the workout, but I thought that it might be a good idea to just have like a, you know, like a full spectrum of body work. Okay, trap, pull, march. All right. Trap, pull, march. I don't know if that we can incorporate legs in this one and make it work. Sometimes you can. There is an exercise that I like for dynamic tension where you use a lunge and then you do your traps with the leg. It looks kind of like this. I go down, and as I go up, I pull my, but it takes too much time. You have to do one leg at a time. So let's just do this here. I can do this with a little squat, although it's taking part of the upper body, so no, I'm just gonna go upper body on this one. Some exercises are like the first one, it's better. You know, on this one you need a little more control of your traps. You know, your hands are lower, so it doesn't work as well for mixing that with your legs. Okay, so as you know, these are raw workouts, so you know, I'm trying, as much as I do this workout, I always, sometimes I come up with ideas during the workout that I think that may work, so I'll try them. If it doesn't, well, I continue doing what I'm doing. You know, this is a guideline, as I said, you know. It's educational purposes, it's for information. To give you a good guideline. Okay, I'm gonna go up and down now, pressing both arms as we did on the first round. And I go back to this one, and I pull my wrist. So I'm gonna go from my wrists. Right here. Yes. From wrists. Three. Cardio. All right, let's go. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Next one, Cuna press. On the Cuna press, I will definitely incorporate legs. It's much easier because it's a fourth move, you know, it's side to side. It's a simple move. So I think that as I go from side to side, I can go up and down as well. So I'm gonna try to implement that onto that workout and see how that works. All right, so Cuna press, I'm going here. So a side press, I go up and down with my legs. It's not affecting the speed of the press. You know, I can go in segments, you see? This works better. You know, like bouncing. Bounce up, bounce down. Oh, that works beautifully, the legs. I can feel it already. That bouncing actually activates the muscles and triggers those muscles much better than if you go like this, you know, up and down. One more, a little more. I got more than a minute to go and my legs are already burning. Everything is burning. Okay, let's go back. As I said, you know, some of those exercises we do, we can just keep going and reduce the resistance a little bit so we don't stop. On this one, it's so hard because there is already pressure in there, and that really doesn't let you rest. You cannot, you know, like minimize the resistance you're putting on. Wow. Okay, 20 seconds. Let's go. Cuna press is serious. I said that before. I said it again. My legs are really burning. Okay. Cardio. Wow. Cardio. Okay. So we have to do some calf work too. So on the last one, I'm going to do biceps and triceps tension combo. So we already agreed, or I agreed with myself, to just work in the center. Instead of going curl here, move, and then press, and then curl here, move, and press, which is a great move, don't get me wrong. But I'm trying to do this a little more dynamic, move, 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 you know, less thinking, more moving. So the center works perfect because I don't have to move anywhere, you know, and I'm kind of like on the middle ground, which is the center. So I go up and down, switch up and down. I'm gonna try to work my calves at the same time. Okay, so I go up and down, see, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down with my calves. So look, you know, I press, curl, press, curl, press, curl. You see my calves go up and down, up and down. I press, curl, press, curl, press, curl, press, curl. Let's keep going. So I work a little bit my calves. If, next time when you do this workout again, you can actually just do starting with the legs from the very beginning if you like. As I said before, my intention was just do upper body, but I thought legs will be a good idea since we're going to stretch next time and then we don't have a leg workout coming up soon. Yesterday I went to the gym, so I didn't put a video out. I was supposed to put this video yesterday, but I went to the gym with my wife, so I worked my legs, you know. So I'm like, well, I just do upper body, but it's good to, you know, implement legs, especially for the people that are just following these routines and these workouts. So you cannot miss your leg day. Calves are burning, upper body is burning. I have 7 seconds left, almost there. Cardio. All right. So that was great workout for the upper body, dynamic tension. It works really well. It just engages everything. You know, we focus on the upper body. The first part of the workout, the first round, it was on the upper body, so you can focus on contracting chest, abs, back, everything. It's just upper body focus. Second round, now we are adding legs on 3 of those exercises. you know, well, on 2 of those legs, the last one casts. So now your mind has to focus on a little bit more muscle groups, and so it might take a little bit the attention on the tension that you need to put on the upper body, but it's okay. So you have a full spectrum work, good with no equipment. All right, time to stretch. So first I'm gonna stretch my body right there. Just a little stretch here, always feels good. And right there. Awesome. Right here. Other side. Very good. Now go here. Very good. Inhale, exhale, down, slowly roll back up. We go to one side, the other side. Torso twist. 1, 2, and right. This feels really good. On that direction. Let's go on the other direction. Awesome. Now we're on here. Froggies. My froggies. They're always so good. Stretching right there. Heels in. Child pose. Butterflies. All right. Butterflies are awesome. Right here. So don't forget that after our stretch tomorrow, we're going to do the simple series again, but now it's the muscle growth. We're going to be focusing on muscle growth. So the exercises are similar to what we're doing, but we're going to be using a little bit more weight, and we're going to be going a little bit slower in the same time frame. Okay, on the same time frame, it's just going to be a little bit different, you know, design specifically simple, you know, simple is the best, and to grow, you know, to grow the muscle. So short moves and slow moves, basically. We also, I always like to implement burning sets. So, you know, we can do burning sets on that one as well. I'm still finishing working on the routine, but it's going to be super simple and super effective. I might switch the name to simple muscle growth or something like that. We'll figure it out, you know. One more. And roller right here. I am more in the athletic kick, you know. I'm not into like growing too much, because when you grow the muscles too much, sometimes you lose a little bit of flexibility. And I need flexibility for martial arts and jiu-jitsu. So I want strength, but I don't want the huge volume, you know, I don't want that. You know, sometimes you don't need a lot of volume to be strong. I see guys with, you know, not much volume and they're super strong. And it's because they do a lot of calisthenics and these type of workouts. You know, lots of push-ups, pull-ups, you know, and athletic work. So that really makes a difference on how you can be strong without having to have a lot of volume. Of course, you're gonna get rid of volume, but my priority is strength and flexibility. So in this muscle growth series, it's all natural. You know, we're not going to, I never use any like harmful supplements like steroids or hormones or things like that. I never use it, I never will, you know, and I do know people that have used that and today they have a lot of problems. So physical problems, you know, health problems, and their muscles are not there anymore. So it's not worth it. I will not ever recommend something like that, you know, but you can grow your muscles naturally with exercise and with appropriate nutrition. Like after a workout, it's good to have some protein, you know, have like maybe eggs or, you know, like a piece of chicken or something like that. It's good. All right, well, thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, share the video, like the video. And tomorrow we're just gonna do stretch, only stretch for the whole body. With the servant, we'll be working hard, and I will see you for that stretch, and get ready for the next series coming up soon right after that.